Hello and welcome to my Let's Play Civilization 6. I am Ayane Ranma and I am doing a voiceover over here. So you see that my face does not fit my voice. Well, I had myself muted and I didn't notice. Well, here we will first check out the settings for the game. And if you want to skip them and go directly to gameplay, there will be a link. And we will now choose a civilization and set up the game. This is my very first Civilization 6 game. I'm playing it the first time. I was not among the lucky ones to get a pre-release version. So, I'm considering either king or emperor. This means I'm kind of there are many new things, and I don't know how difficult this game is. But I'm a good player, so I definitely don't have to play in prince. But I think emperor or immortal and deity I don't want. They seem to be quite difficult, and I could go emperor. Maybe emperor doesn't allow building wonders all that much. In Civ 5 you can do to some degree if you really rush, but do I know which wonders I have to really rush? So we stay on king. Game speed standard is really fine. Map type, I want Pangea. That is my all-time favorite Pangea. I have to try out a few others later on in another playthrough, but for now Pangea. Map size standard, I want 8 players. I think that is nice. I mean, for domination I would go for 6 players if I plan to definitely do domination, just because with 8 players it takes a bit long. But with 8 players it's a bit more of a competition, because if you play with 6 players and you kick 2 players out of the game, you're only 4 people, and that is... I prefer to have a little bit more competitors. Going through all of them real quickly. Cleopatra is really good for wonders. Barbossa is not my interest. Gandhi would clearly be an option. Let's do this. Get some belief bonuses in city libraries on followers and others. Stuff also has benefits. Gilgamesh could be really cool. He has a ziggurat, a science building, which is quite a rare thing, and a war card, which is an early game military gimmick. And early game military is so important, as far as I've seen on other Let's Play in the pre-release version. Is barbarians will swarm you, and really swarm you. It's not like in Civ 5 where you can just build this warrior and you're fine. I'm going for Gandhi here. I think that is the first game has to be with Gandhi. Yeah, he gets the Varua and an elephant, he gets the stepwell, which gives food and housing, which is really nice, so your cities can grow quite well, fast. With the stepwell, your cities grow well. Aha! Plus 5 faith for each civilization. In India they have met that has found a religion and is not currently at war. Opposing civilization receive double the awareness for fighting against Gandhi. So people fighting against me will be unhappy or at least be denounced. And if not at war, I get lots of faith for everyone who has a religion and is not at war either. Interesting. So lots of faith generation, growth, and oh yeah, the Dharma that receive follower belief. It's like the Indonesian Kandi in Civ 5. For every religion present, you get one of that follower belief. The religion is just to be present and not actually dominant. That's nice. So I can still found religion and get all that cool stuff. also
From the
I love
first
the music.
stirrings
The
of
music
life
is really
beneath
cool.
water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest, from this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. Be kind, Gandhi Bapu, and you will find yourself surrounded by true friends. Keep the Indian people safe, guarding them with magnificent elephant warriors. Your faith will guide you to peace and harmony. Keep your mind open and be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah, Silent World's over. But the music, really good. Also, the in-game music is really cool. The loading time takes a while. Always annoying when you have to do a voiceover in the very first episode. But in the very first episode, it's the most likely. Because you will start for the very first episode with recording, and when you fail to properly check your settings and don't see that you have no voice, well, you may notice it after you have recorded and check if everything really is fine. Yep. Oh yeah, I'm also, while I record this, or while I was recording this, I'm also on live stream, so I sometimes answer to something from the stream. That's why I do not begin the game right away. Because I was reading some messages there. So now we have a starting location. That looks actually okay. Sheep, horse, sheep, cows, to read a river. Where you have here a few lenses and map pins you can place and stuff. You can just try out how that works. So far we have 3 different luxury resources and 2 wheat and 2 pasture resources. The sheep on the hill, which is nice. And it looks so pretty. I mean, look at these little cows. Let's have a look at the tiles, since we're the first time in here. But I don't hear a moo of them and no bah the sheep. That's a little bit sad, because I like in Civ 5 when you were closer up you could hear the moo, as if you were in the Diablo 3 cow level, and the Diablo 2 cow level. Now, what are we going for? Should we stay? Yes, we should move the warrior first. We have rice, nice. On marsh. Wonder if it's always on marsh. Oh, and the coast. Now here I think I can build a harbor on that tile. But I will later find out that a harbor can only be placed on the water and not on the land tile next to water. So I decided to stay in place because I've got everything close. And here we also get the initial music. The city looks pretty too. First I go for a scout, as usual, to find goodie huts and see the map. Tech-wise, there are these boosts where each technology has like a quest for you, and if you fulfill that, half of the technology gets researched for free, and that is very important because if you keep attention to that, you can research a lot faster. For example, irrigation is just farm a resource. We can do that really early. You just need a builder and farm a resource. Let's check out our special unit. Horseback riding, we see that elephant icon. There we will get our special unit. For now, I think animal husbandry is good because you got 2 pastures. Mining will be good too because we got mining resources, but we'll also need irrigation for the cotton and the what was it, coffee? Yeah, that's a good decision. Because we will work sheep and sooner or later the cattle. But the sheep is really a good tile for now. Oh yeah, housing. How does housing work? Housing is like your population limit. If you're one housing close to be on par, it means you get 50% minus for your growth. If you are on par, you get, I think, 75%, and if you are over your housing limit, you don't grow anymore. And the amenities is kind of like the happiness, which also keeps influence on housing, on growth. And we get here 5 housing for free because we are on water, on fresh water, I think. Coast gives also some amount of housing. Lakes give housing just as much as the river. But if you do not have any of that, your housing will be quite low, which can make growth very difficult. But there is a way to get more housing with the aqueduct that works very well. If you're just 1 tile short of the river, you can build an aqueduct. Also, the cultural tech tree, the civics tree, has boosts too, and very important, the production benefits to builders and to settlers is also in here. Okay, next turn. Well, we will go. Now we will really go into the gameplay. But the movement is also very different than before. You always need to have the full movement necessary to enter a tile. So if I have 1 movement left in Civ 5, I could enter a marsh, cross a river, or enter a hill. Here I need the 2 movement necessary for that. Even units with more movement, they need the full movement to do their specific action. And if you move on a hill, it costs you 2 movement. If you have 1 movement left, you cannot move on another hill. You have to move on a flat terrain. Rice is on a marsh. I wonder if it's always on a marsh or if it's just the case in there. And if you build a farm, will it remove the marsh? I guess we will find out. Nice, we found a goodie hut. A little tiny tribal village that is peaceful and will join our nation. I'm not sure what I'm talking here, maybe about a harbor or something. Or I'm talking about that I'm curious to find out how the harbor works and that I may be able to build ships. Okay, some money that is useful. Because acquiring tiles is actually quite expensive in this game, or it feels quite expensive. And most probably because the border expands much slower than in Civ 5. Unless you're Russia. Russia just gets free border expansion. Up there is either a city-state or a player. Now south or east? Let's go south. Can build another one and send that east. Well, if that is a player up there, I will send my warrior east. Oh yeah, now I explain the movement, I think. And what next? I could go for a slinger to have some military units in case of barbarians, another scout for more scouting, or already a builder to improve the land. An early builder is usually quite a useful choice, but I decide to play it safe and build a slinger. There is also a boost to archery if you kill a unit with a slinger. So let's find out.
No somos Felipe, rey de
Spain.
España y Portugal. Empero, por encima de todo, somos fieles devotos de la única y verdadera religión.
So our neighbor is a religious fanatic. How nice! But it is an honor to meet you. Would you like to see a bullfight? There is no spectacle like it. Come to my nearby city and see for yourself. Well, we're not sure what you mean with your bullfight, but it must be something nice with bulls, right? And we love cows, we're India. So we would love to sample your hospitality. Here we see one of those boosts I talked about. We met another civilization that gives a boost. For writing. Nice. Madrid is in a quite an awkward spot up there. I wonder if the land behind Madrid is continuing. If yes, okay, we may have trouble to find other civilizations. If no, Madrid can only settle towards us, so we have to keep attention to their settlers. Oh, you see there are tile yields that are usually not on flat plains. This means there is a natural wonder, because in Civ 6 many natural wonders give tile yields to the tiles adjacent to the natural wonder. Usually the mountain wonders do that. So we will make one more step and we will find a natural wonder. We will find out which one. I do not know,
Yosemite Valley
according
to
to the
me
tiles yet,
is
which one
always a
is which.
sunrise, a glitter of green and golden wonder in a vast edifice of stone and space.
Very nice. And as we see, it's a two-tile wonder because there are two tiles. There is a tile where the barb camp is on, where it overlaps. We have there two science, two gold. The two production is because it's a hill. So there is another part of that mountain on the right. And it's definitely worth settling somewhere there. Yeah, now I'm explaining that. You see, two science, two gold. It wouldn't be there otherwise. But a barb camp, which is annoying, so we got to clear that at some point. As soon as I've settled there. Cannot move further because of the movement costs. Our city did grow. We could use that rice over there. That would be really nice. But acquiring tiles is at the moment too expensive. So I will just leave it as it is. Since that's the best I can get. There the one is I was searching for. Reduces the cost of purchasing tiles. I could save up lots of money, then pick that and I could save money, wait till I get that civic, change my civics, and then buy a bunch of tiles. Because 50 per tile is actually quite expensive, and it gets more expensive quite quickly.
If there are no dogs in heaven, then when I die, I want to go where they went.
I had a dog too. I want to go where he went too. But he's probably in heaven if there is something like heaven. Let's scout some more. East or south? Yes, south. For now. Maybe we find some goodie huts. Very nice, a farm on the tile. Two farms, actually, it's totally worth settling somewhere there. Got to do that not too late. If I want, I mean, Spain is also very close to that, and we definitely do not want Spain to settle that. If they do, we just prepare for war, I guess. We need irrigation for the cotton and the coffee. And I need to farm a resource to get the boost towards irrigation. And for the archery, I need to kill a unit with a slinger. So let's finish the slinger. And I guess then we go for a builder. And the builder should be ready in time to farm one resource to get the bonus to irrigation. Or I go directly for the... No, I should I have time? It's 11 turns with the slinger. That should work. Now I'm searching some overview, I guess. There are some statistics that I kind of miss, or that are a little bit hidden, that I will just discover much later. It's not obvious. Also the score screen.
الواحد الأحد القوي المنتصر الدائم الذي لا ينتهي ملكه. أرسل إليك تحياتي يا صديقي العزيز.
It is an honor to meet you. I'm honored to offer you the hospitality of our cities, the finest arts, the most delectable feasts, and the melodious adhan heard throughout. Would you care to visit? We would love to sample your hospitality. So, we have an Islamic guy next to us. It's India. How fitting! As Gandhi for India. Horse, actually in reach of our capital, really nice. And another goodie hut up there. Little tribal village, hiding behind icons. But I find out quickly that I like to leave the yield icons on, mostly to actually see what is a hill and what not, because some of these hills are not so clearly visible. But here I will leave it off for a moment just to see the pretty land better. With Cairo, capital of Salahuddin. But Salahuddin is of Arabia. But I guess at his time that empire was very big. And he went and took Jerusalem back. And he also had Egyptian land. But it's funny how Egypt is actually in the game and Cairo is the capital of Arabia. Some more. Oh, nice. A hill on Yosemite Valley. This is really good. Really good. Because the hill has generally better yields than flatlands. I've sent a delegation to your city. Please enjoy the churros and welcome them kindly. Your delegation is most welcome. I still have to figure out how the diplomacy stuff works. Where you can actually, if they are likely to take friendship and whatnot, and what other options you actually have, what the delegation really does. Yeah, we have to maybe check that in another game. I'm not sure how deep I will go in this game. Guess we will find out. Now it's time for our first civics. Oh yeah, and you can always change the current civics you picked the moment you get a new civic. And you can change it for free. Otherwise it costs money. More combat against barbarians. I don't need my scouts to level up all that much. Now here we have no faith income, so production is at the moment more important. I want to build my builder and slinger quickly and then go for settlers and stuff. We can do the religion thing later. Quite a lot of rice in the river. Seems also quite good for a city down there. And up there, look at them. 5 farms over there. I could settle that, get 5 farms and Yosemite Valley. Very nice. I haven't discovered the second continent yet. Oh yeah, Pangea. Discovering a second continent, you may think it's one big continent. Yes, but so is kind of Asia, Europe and Africa. They are connected, but they are considered different continents. And it's the same with this Pangea. There are parts of the Pangea that are considered a different continent. If we are lucky, we may find it. See if there are some sea resources, then I may settle further north and put 2... I mean, I can easily place 2 cities at Natural Wonder. there are no resources here. So this river over here is not so good so far. Oh yeah, I can use my warrior and my slinger to actually clear that camp right away, before it starts to spawn annoying stuff. Also, since I want to settle more or less up there, I will not want barbarians wandering around. Oh, the stupid auto cycle here is driving me nuts. I clearly clicked the slinger, but it cycled over to the scout and moved him instead. And there is no option in the menu where you can change that. I'll find out much later that you can, when the game is nearly over, I find out, I will not tell how the game will be over, but close to the end I will find out that you can go into the text file of the game and change some settings there, and you can turn off the auto cycle there, but it's not yet in the in-game menu.